Thank you, Daisy, for making us live. Our Affinity Group question and answer period. I'm Tracy Flanagan. I'm Senior Director of Counseling and Advising at NCTC. So Affinity Groups is a new concept for NCTC to initiate, and it's one that we're pretty proud of. It's been a labor of love, and it's going to be a learning process to educate our students about the benefits of affinity groups and what they are and their purpose. And it's all going to be a growing process for us too, because we want these groups to grow and become what students really need them to be. So the things that you're going to learn tonight are, what are affinity groups? You know, why have they been developed? What's their significance? What's the purpose that they're going to serve, and the additional resources and support that they're going to provide to our students? And what are they not? You know, because they are meant to be positive, they're meant to be affirming, and they're meant to allow students to connect and to feel safe and be in spaces with other students and other staff and faculty and mentors that see them for who they are and see the struggles they're having that could relate to personal experience or personal identities. We're also going to talk about who our affinity group mentors are. So all of the wonderful faces you're seeing and people you're going to hear from tonight, you may already know them in other roles. We have advisors and coaches and other individuals who work for NCTC that are serving as mentors for the group or for various groups. So you may know some, you know, that you're going to see tonight. They're going to talk about needs for the Affinity Group mentor and how that role is a little bit different from what they do in NCTC. We're going to we want it to be how you're going to connect with other students and with your mentor, how you're going to learn about resources that are available not only through these groups, but other things that we've been doing in NCTC, especially during, you know, this most recent year with so many challenges and students having to overcome and navigate so much things that we are and have with resources, and not just as a college student, but as a person navigating life and the different responsibilities that they may be balancing. So also connecting to NCTC how to, you know, connect with your mentors, your other resources that you have, your other students remotely, and how you can access everything that you need and where you can locate that. And then how we want to grow these groups and get feedback from you and find out what additional resources and services could we be providing through the affinity groups or through other, you know, networks of support at NCTC. So you're going to meet a lot of great people tonight. Like I said, you may already know them. I hope you do. But you're going to find out more about what they're doing specifically with each of these groups. And so we're going to start by talking about what affinity groups are and what they are not. And as we're talking about all of these wonderful topics, it's 940-580-1687. That's our Q&A tonight. That text number is connected with the advising office year-round. So any questions you have related to advising, or if you're not quite sure what your question is related to, but you have a question and you need help, you need support, 940-580-1687. You can text that number at any time and have an advisor connect with you. But specifically tonight, we're using that number so you can send in your questions during the Q&A, and we will answer those questions as we're going along tonight. But we're going to start off with Barbara and Becca are going to talk about what affinity groups are and their significance.
Hi, so my name is Barbara Curtis, and I'm one of the advisors here at NCTC. And I'm going to talk about what an affinity group is, and Becca's going to talk about what an affinity group is not. So the formal definition of an affinity group is a group of people linked by a common interest or purpose. So they have shared interests and they have common goals, and that means that affinity groups are a very natural way for humans to organize. But at NCTC that we recognize that there are portions of our student population that may be balancing life challenges on multiple levels, and some of you may be balancing more than your fair share. So we created our affinity groups to help you overcome those challenges. Some of our groups are centered around a piece of your identity, such as our Latinx group. Some of our groups are focused on challenges that you may be facing, such as our parents and college group or our food and housing insecurity group. So we have different groups for different purposes, different common goals, different challenges. Our affinity groups offer several things. They offer a community of students for you to connect with, and we're going to talk about how to connect with that group. They offer a mentor for you to meet with one-on-one, if that is better suits your needs. And they offer resources that are specifically geared for each group. And once this pandemic is over, we look forward to potentially having events where students can meet and they can get to know one another and they can build friendships and have that support within the group that they're looking for. So now I want to turn it over to Becca so she can explain what an affinity group is not. Becca?
Hi, my name is Becca Sanchez, and I am a part of the Tech Hire Grant at North Central Texas College. And I started college at 30 years old. I was a non-traditional student. I had 2 teenage kids, and I had a great experience at NCTC. And when I moved on to the university, I kind of hit a wall, and it was almost like I didn't know that I didn't belong in college until I got to college. And then people started telling me from different directions that I wasn't supposed to be there. And if I was there, I wasn't supposed to succeed. Not that anybody didn't want me to or thought that I shouldn't, but they were indicating in a lot of different directions that I needed extra help if I was going to be successful. For example, when I started, I was, I wanted to continue on. I didn't want to stop. I found college and I thought it was this amazing opportunity. And I couldn't imagine why anybody would stop short of getting a PhD because I wanted to go all the way, right? And then I had like deans and faculty members saying, oh, if you want to go to graduate school, you need to join this group because you're a minority. And if you want to get in, then you're going to need this support. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, the program that I entered was for underrepresented racial and ethnic minorities, low-income students, and first-generation students. And I fit all 3. And that's just kind of when the things started coming at me in multiple directions of needing all of this additional support. And it was fabulous support. But it was also this just constant reminder of people telling me that I had to have it if I wanted to move on. I had a similar experience while I was in that group where the director told me one day when I was practicing for my law school admissions test, she walked up and said, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm just practicing for my LSAT. And she said, well, how does it feel knowing that it doesn't matter how hard you try or how well you do, you're going to get into law school, and let's face it, you're going to get money because you're Hispanic. And so I just kind of like pushed my stuff away, like, okay, well, why bother trying, right? Sarcastically. And it was those subtle comments and actions of other people that kind of just started to pile up. And nobody was ill-intentioned. It was all for good, purposes, and they wanted to support me. But I definitely felt that, and I've spoken to others who felt similar. And we just want to share with you that is not at all what these affinity groups are here. These are a place and an opportunity for people to join and be with similarly situated people if they choose to, right? I mean, we sometimes, like Barbara was saying, we identify with so many different groups and identities and roles that we have in our lives. And at some points, one of those roles might elevate over another, and we shift and we move among them. And sometimes we want to be surrounded by people who are in that similar situation. And sometimes we don't, right? This gives you that opportunity to opt into it and opt out of it. Or, let's say you don't necessarily identify with a group, but you want to support that group. it gives you that opportunity to do that. So this is not a situation where we want to place labels or put individuals in different groups with us putting people in those groups. It's an opportunity for you to identify and decide if you want to be a part of something and when, and, you know, join other people. Sometimes people just kind of get that motivation when they're around others who are, you know, cheering them on, and they're going through something similar, and they have that empathy. And then other times you just like, you don't want that on your mind. So we just want to kind of give that balance of, you know, obviously it's not mandatory, and it's not even, you know, something that we would necessarily say, you know, you should do, but it's something that you could do and you have the option of doing. And we're so excited to have a group of people who are passionate about all of these different areas. And you'll find that other students are also passionate about this. And, you know, the more people you get together on a topic, the more ideas start flowing, and you know, things that maybe didn't even come to mind before will start to kind of surface as people get together and share ideas. And that's what college is about. It's this marketplace of ideas where all of the sharing is happening and the ideas are flowing, and you know, great things can happen. So we just want to, like Tracy said, make it a positive experience and offer it for those who want it. And you know, we look forward to meeting people in person, and until then, you know, having some strong connections develop over our NCTC app and the conversations and chats that we can have until then.
Thank you, Becca. I think that was a great example of just helping our students know what an affinity group is not, but also learning, hopefully today, what an affinity group is. So now we just want to take an opportunity to actually introduce who mentors our affinity groups and what groups they do mentor. So Becca, if you want to start off introducing a few, and then when you're done, I can introduce a few as well.
Sure. So our first group is for adult learners, and we will turn it over to Christy Guttardi.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Guttardi. I'm one of the advisors here at NCTC, and I'm one of the mentors for the adult learners. And this group is designed for those who maybe have been away from the educational setting for a number of years and are returning to maybe pick up a second career, or maybe pursuing a dream that they had and just didn't have the opportunity to go after before. So we wanted to provide a space, an area for these learners. We know that there's a number of challenges coming back to school. The technology might be different. The learning structure might be different. So several of us, I'll introduce the other mentors in just a second, but we want to support you, and we want to help you navigate just the school, the system, and support you as you go for your educational goals. So I'm one of the mentors, but so is Shannon Solomon. I don't think she was in this call, but I see Christy Rains. She is also one of the mentors. Oh, there she is.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you, Christy and Christy, and Shannon, wherever you are. Our next group is Black and African American students, and we will turn it over to Franklin Haskins.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing this evening? So, I'm one of the mentors for the Black and African American students, and what we are fostering here, we're just fostering a safe space for students to come and talk, to if for the struggles that they're going through, the current issues that might be bothering them, life situations. We just want to create a space where students can come and download onto each other and support each other. We're going to be focused on peer support and as well as mentor and mentee relationships. And we're also wanting to empower our students and encourage them so that they can be successful and let them know that they can do well in college and beyond. And so, we're here. We want to invite everyone who has an interest, who wants to come and talk to us, know about us, see about us. We just want to welcome you into our group and show you love and support and, also, we want to help with like your struggles navigating school, answering questions that you might not understand, helping you with applications and forms and FAFSAs. We are going to be a space to help you succeed here at North Central Texas College. Myself, I'm one of the mentors. We have several other mentors as well. We have Miss Ashley Fleeks, who's also on this call. And we have, hi, and then we have Miss Danae Mitchell.
Hello.
Mr. Mark Counts.
Hello, how are you?
And Miss Camelia Miss Camelia Grant, who is not with us tonight, but she is also one of the mentors. And so I would like to just welcome you all to come check out our group. Also download the NCTC app and connect with our group or connect with another group, connect with multiple groups. But get involved and, we want you here to be involved. And so we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Franklin. And before we move to the next group, we're going to turn it back to Tracy.
I do just want to remind everybody of the text number if you have any questions. 580-1687. And just to touch on a couple things that our wonderful advisors and mentors brought up with the Adult Learners Group that Christy and Shannon mentor for. You may have been out of school for a while, or you may have never had the opportunity mentioning to do an education. So even if it's not that you haven't been in high school or been in college for a while, if you had to leave school at a very early age because life happened and obligations happened and you never got to. And Franklin brought up a great point about navigating the college system. Some of you are maybe not students yet and you're trying to consider coming to college. So our affinity groups and our mentors are here for you, not just if you're already an enrolled student, but if you're a potential student and you're trying to find out if NCTC is right for you and if we have a space for you and if we have a place where you'll fit. And so please know that the affinity groups are here for you if you're even considering an NCTC, because we want to help you become a student and get connected.
Thank you, Tracy. And now, Amy, will you share with us some about the foster care group?
Sure. Thanks, Becca. My name is Amy Clone. I'm the Senior Director of Completion and Career Services, and I am one of the mentors for the foster care group. And so this group is really designed so you've already heard about the other groups to just provide some support and encouragement for those students who are transitioning out of the foster care system. We know that there are challenges and we want to make sure, just like Tracy just mentioned, that you know that college is a place for you, and whatever those challenges may be, we're here to partner with you and support in that process, and then just whatever other kind of resources are needed. We do have Dr. Del Rio has already been kind of helping in this area, and so we just want to jump in and expand that system. And so we're excited about this foster care. We have Robin Eichhorn, one of our advisors.
Hi, everybody.
And then Tracy Kanegeiser is one of our success coaches in Flower Mound.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, Tracy and Robin. So those are our two other mentors. And like we said, we just are excited to support students. Also in this group, we really do want to hear students' feedback on how we can be supportive and what are those areas that we can provide resources and what this group can look like. So we're excited to, like I said, kind of expand on what Dr. Del Rio has already started and work with students in that capacity. So thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Amy. And Robin Eichhorn also serves with the GED Students Group, and so she'll share about that one now.
Hi, me again. So I am one of the mentors for our GED Affinity Group. So this group is to support students who are either seeking their GED or they're in the process of completing it, because not a lot of folks know that at the community college level, you can enroll for up to your classes while completing your GED. So myself and Michael J. Scott, who's also on this call, if you want to say hello. That's not working, but we're here to support you. We're here to provide information, resources, support, help you get started, especially if after your GED you want to continue your education. We're really happy to work with you. We're excited to meet you. Thank you, Becca.
I'm just staying muted. Can you hear me? Okay. So thank you, Robin. Now Mackenzie Ryder will talk to us about our Latinx group.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Ryder, and I'm one of the academic advisors here at NCTC. Latinx students, I'm super excited to work with because they make up over a quarter of the NCTC student population. So as a mentor, we want to support our Latinx students by celebrating their differences and offering mentorships, community, and encouragement for our students. I'm very excited to partner and have a mentor of Daisy Garcia, who is the Director of Student Life. So I'm excited to work with her and be the mentor for Latinx. So Daisy.
Hi everyone. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Join Latino Leadership Council. I'll see you there.
Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. And now Barbara will introduce the other half of our group.
Okay, so the next group I'm going to introduce is actually our Food and Housing Insecurity group. And the mentors for that are myself and Jennifer Burrows, who is one of our counselors. Jennifer was not able to be on the call this evening, but she's going to be assisting me with mentoring this group. The Food and Housing Insecurity group, if you are struggling with feeding yourself, or if you are struggling with having a stable place to stay, that creates a lot of challenges. And it's like, how can you even think about doing college, if you're having those kinds of obstacles to overcome? So we created this group. We have been providing this kind of assistance for students all along. It's not really anything new. But it is something we wanted to be very purposeful about. And so this is something that we felt was really needed to be able to address those types of challenges. So I look forward to helping anybody who is facing those kinds of obstacles. I've faced those kinds of obstacles myself, and I know how hard it can be. And so I look forward to giving you hope and giving you the things that you need to be able to live and also to go to school. So let me introduce our next group. It's our LGBTQ plus group, and Katie Ternasuski is one of the mentors for that group. Katie, would you like to introduce your group?
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Trinashevsky. This is my cat who likes to crush any and all video chats that I'm involved in. But I'm really excited to be here and to talk about the LGBTQ plus affinity group. me, as well as the other two mentors for this group, Lauren Williamson Jerome, who is an education and employment specialist, and Michael J. Scott, who is one of our academic advisors. We are really excited to offer advocacy, inclusion, mentorship, resources, just a sense of community and safety to this community. And as a member of this community myself, I recall how challenging it was to be in college and also deal with LGBTQ plus issues. So I'm just really excited to help other students find a sense of safety and a voice. Lauren or Michael J, would you like to add anything or say hello?
Hi, everyone. It's me, Lauren. I'm excited to work with this group. It's something I'm really passionate about, and I know that Katie and Michael J are as well. So we're here for you.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Katie. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Michael J. The next group that I want to introduce is our Parents in College Affinity Group, and Mackenzie Ryder is going to introduce her group. So, Mackenzie?
Hello, I am excited to work with our student parents, our parents in college. Being a parent in college has definitely some unique challenges and obstacles that our students face. So we want to make sure that you and your child's needs are met. And so we will provide different resources for you to help you during your time here at NCTC. Some other mentors for this group is going to be Beth Wright. If you want to introduce yourself.
I'm really looking forward to being a mentor. I myself was a mom and going to college, so I understand the challenges. Sometimes you just need a listening ear or maybe a joke to get you today. So I look forward to really kind of being that role for others.
And then Courtney Hymas.
I am Courtney Hymas, and I'm really excited to help with mentoring for this group.
Thank you, guys. Our next group is the Rural Communities Group, and this is for our students that are not just out in the Bowie and Graham campuses, but anybody living in some of the more rural. There are a lot of commonalities between these students, and we want to be able to connect you guys with each other. So Charisse Bewley is in our advising office, and Charisse, you're a mentor for this group. Would you like to say a few words about it?
Yes, absolutely. Well, being a fifth generation small town girl, I am completely passionate about this group. If you live in a rural area or somewhere far from the city, we understand that you may have limited access to the tools that are going to help you be successful, maybe as a college student. You might have questions about daycare, internet access, housing questions, food pantries, lots of different things that you might have questions about. And so we understand those challenges that you face, and that's why we created this Rural Affinity Group. We want to focus on the needs and the challenge that you have in rural living. We encourage you to set up an appointment with any one of us mentors. Make sure that you log into that NCTC app and get connected with that online community of rural students just like yourself who would share similar experiences and can offer some advice to the things that they've been through and the problems that they overcome. So we're so excited to have you, and hopefully I'll be talking with you soon. I'd also like to introduce our other two mentors. I'll start with Desiree Dratlow. Desiree, would you like to introduce yourself and tell them where you represent?
Well, I'm Desiree Dratlow. I'm a success coach for NCTC, and I live in Bowie, so I was raised here. I understand what country living means and being out in the sticks entails. So when I was going to NCTC and then later on went to TWU, I had struggles with just having what urban area students would have, the necessities and resources. So I I hope that we can be more assistance to you and help connect you with the people that you need to be connected with to make your experience at NCTC more successful and feel part of another part of your community.
Thank you, Desiree. Chester Brown, you're up.
All right. I'm an education and employment coach for Tech Hire, as well as an academic success coach for industrial technology. And I work out of the Gainesville campus on Wednesday and Thursdays. So I'm definitely going to be a resource for some of the people that are attracted to this group in terms of rural areas in and around Gainesville, Munster, St. Joe, even out to Whitesboro, those kind of places, just to kind of be there to listen. And over the past few weeks, there's been some challenges from some of our students who have to commute into the school, either here in Gainesville or up in Corinth. So definitely here to lend an ear, to listen, to provide resources and support, and look forward to talking to you. Welcome.
Awesome. And I'm Charisse again, and I represent the Graham area and surrounding areas. So we look forward to visiting with you soon.
Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Chester. Thank you, Desiree. The next group I want to introduce is our veterans and active military students, and Ashley Fleeks. Would you like to start?
Hi, yes. I'm so excited to work with this group. We count it an honor to assist the veterans of NCTC. It's not always easy for some of the vets to come home and adjust and reacclimate to, but we hope to make our affinity group a safe place. And what does that mean? It means like a safe place to ask any and all questions. A safe place to or let your voice be heard, or we're just excited to get started and we're excited to see where things will go. Just feel free to reach out to us. We have a couple of people in I don't live here, but I would like to introduce you to Mike Scott. He's not currently on this call, but he is an experienced counselor here at NCTC. And then our counselor, Jennifer Burrows, and she's a mentor as well. So we have a lot of love, we have a lot of help. We're looking forward to getting started.
Thank you, Ashley. I love the way you said we have a lot of love. That is definitely the way to put it, for sure. And then our last group is Women and Minorities in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And Miss Leanne Rayburn, would you like to introduce your group?
Hi, my name's Leanne Rayburn. I am one of the academic advisors here at NCTC. I specifically work with our IT, computer science, math, physics, and engineering students. And then the other mentor for this group is Franklin Haskins. If you have more of one of our science majors like chemistry, biology, pre-med, pre-vet, or any other pre-professional health science majors, or even PT or kinesiology, you've likely worked with him. And so we are both really excited about this affinity group. I know personally, when I was getting my degree in math and physics, I was one of two women getting a math degree, and I was the only woman in my physics department. And that comes with its own struggles, but I know how important it is to have a community and to develop a community with not just those with your specific major, but maybe something similar where we can all support each other and provide a safe place if you may not feel comfortable going to your male instructor and talking about something that's bothering you, or if another classmate's bothering you, or anything like that. We want to be here to support you with regards to that, but we also want to support you to help you succeed, to celebrate your successes, and to just have fun with each other and build that community. Franklin, do you want to say anything?
I just want to say, I think you covered it really well. Thank you, Leanne. And yes, I'm excited to work with this group as well. Love to see women in leadership, see support our women. And yeah, I'm excited to get this group off and running as well.
Thank you, guys. And so that wraps up all of our groups. You've met all of our mentors. And so now I want to turn it back over to Tracy so she can go on to the next part. Tracy?
So I'm glad you got to meet pretty much all of our mentors that we have with all of our groups. And I want to make sure that when you go to our Affinity Group website, you read all their personal statements, because you'll see the reason the mentors chose the groups that they chose is because they have a personal connection to each of the groups, through personal experience, through personal identity, and just groups of students that they've seen struggle, and they personally felt very passionate about working with a very specific group of students, and have become very connected, to those students. So know that it the Affinity Groups and the mentors who really self-selected the groups of students they wanted to serve in an even, larger capacity. So just a reminder, if you have any questions, 940-580-1687 is the text number for our advising account. So you can send your questions there. And speaking of our mentors and the roles that they're serving with these groups, they're going to talk more about specifically what does an Affinity Group mentor do and how is it different maybe from the other roles they have within NCTC.
All right, I think that's my cue. So an advisor or a coach, a success coach, really is here to focus with you on your academic goals, career goals, majors, that sort of in the classroom college stuff. On the other hand, a mentor for an affinity group is more here to provide a guiding hand, a listening ear, encouragement, to help the community, whatever community your affinity group represents, gain traction. Franklin, did you want to add anything to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I would add that these groups are really are here to see our students grow in a way that has not been presented to them previously, and so we want to foster new ideas, new programs, or new things that we might be able to do here for the college that will help our students succeed. And so it's just really exciting to be able to watch this go from the ground up and to actually get this started to where we can actually start bringing students into these groups and then seeing their lives change for the better.
Thank you, Katie and Franklin. I'm sorry, Katie, I didn't officially throw it to you. I just made a generic segue there. So we are going to have Danae and Robin talk about the importance of these communities and how you get connected and how we want them to grow.
So we are excited to get these communities started. One of the reasons why it's really important as students to establish these communities is because we know that connection with one another is something that helps you with being a successful student. Our goal with these communities are for you to be able to find a space where you're comfortable to communicate, to learn, grow, and learn from your peers, not just your mentors. You all have valuable information and life experiences that you can offer and share with your peers. So that's one of the reasons why we want to also make sure that you are aware that you do not have to feel like boxed into one community. You can take advantage and feel free to join and utilize the resources from all of them. If you feel like you relate to more than one affinity group, please feel free to join and utilize that resource and that group. Another one of the things that we really want to foster is just an environment to grow and learn, but this is also because this is a way for you all to network. Eventually, you're going to finish college. You are going to want to find jobs and opportunities, and building a community can help you with that networking. Somebody that you meet in these groups might be a resource that you can utilize later on. So Robin, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Danae. So with these affinity groups, our main purpose is a sense of community. So these groups are intentional. We've done our best to do our homework, identifying different populations, reading, researching, but we can't do it alone. We do need feedback from our students. So we're really here to work alongside you. So the mentorship aspect is not like a higher than, it's an equal to. So we're excited to learn from you. We're excited to work alongside you. We've built these frameworks based off of things that we're able to do and that we want to do, but we are open to feedback. We're open to critiques, suggestions, all of that. So we encourage you to be real and be open with us, because these groups are for you and for your successes, whether you join one or you join 5. And we're really excited to hear from you, and we're excited to get everything started.
Thank you, Danae and Robin. So now the moment we've all been waiting for, right? Our Affinity Group website, because it's pretty amazing. So we're going to have Christy and Lauren show you how to navigate that site and locate additional resources, and also how to connect to the My NCTC app.
All right, our website is amazing, so I'm going to try to share it. Let me see if I can share my screen. All right, hopefully you guys are seeing this. So this is the Affinity Group's website. Right now, you would have to type in the address at the top to find it, but we are working on having this linked in another page I'm going to show you in just a second. But on here, you'll find information on each of the groups. So we have like the adult learners, the GED, Latinx. And when you click on one of these, you will find the contact information for the mentors. You will find a description about the group, and you can click on each of these tabs up here to find additional resources. I'm going to go over awareness in just a second. And I think that links us also to student organizations. I think we're going to be going through that in a little as well. So let me go back to that main page. So this is where you can learn about each of our affinity groups. There's also some other good links in here, like if you click on this icon right here, it'll take you to our page for equity, diversity, and inclusion. A lot of great information in here as well. And I'm going to go back. And I don't want to miss the links here at the top. So let's click on the awareness. Here you will see that we focus on different things. For instance, this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And each of these you can click on for additional information. So any events we have will be posted on here. If you scroll down, they have additional resources. So this is just a quick look. We encourage you to come in here and check out everything we have. So that is awareness. We also have wellness in here. This was from our Healthy Self event we had at NCTC. Some really great video resources of some of our community partners. Here is the Meet Your Advisor page. Very valuable page, very helpful. If you do, I know I think it was maybe Katie who was talking about the difference between the advisors and mentors. Here we have our advisors. So if you need academic help or getting connected to a resource, you can ask any one of us. But we do have specializations in regards to what we advise for. So it's listed under our names, and you can also click on some of the majors to find our frequently asked question document. So if you're considering, a career path, want to know more information, definitely check this out. So sorry, I'm going to go back to the main group here, the Affinity Groups webpage. Just to be aware of, another great resource we put up here was student services. If you need to get a hold of any of our departments for student services, you'll find the contact information here. A lot of us have text, phone numbers, emails. There's also links to the virtual line. There are a lot of ways to connect with us. So if you have questions, we want to help. We are ready to help. And last thing to point out here is we do have a link as well to the financial aid website. So if you are needing assistance paying for college, please check this out. And so that is kind of a quick overview of our Affinity Groups website. However, there's also a way to connect via our NCTC app. And for that, I'm going to transition over to Lauren, who's going to help us out or show us how that works.
All right. Hey, everyone. So before we get started, I'm going to try something that's new to me and sharing from my phone. So bear with me one moment. I'm going to get kind of a visual on the app here. Okay. So hopefully you are seeing my phone screen now. So when you download the NCTC app, that's the first step. You can search it in just your app store. You'll see it has the NCTC logo with the lion on it. And once you open it up, you'll be taken to the home page. If you look across the icons on the bottom, we're going to be tapping on the one that's second from the left that looks like a little Greek house. This is our tiles icon, and from there, you'll see the green box that says Affinity Groups and Student Organizations. So I'm going to tap on that. And from there, you'll see the list of all of the different organizations that we have. So for example, if we're looking to join the Parents in College one, you'll tap on it and you'll see where you can join the group. You'll see where it gives you some information about the group. And once you're a part of the group, you'll have access to the chat where you can share information, chat with other people in the group or reach out. And you'll also be able to see other people that you can connect with. In addition to having this functionality on the app, there's tons of other things that the app can provide. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, I would highly recommend adding that to your phone so you can have easy access to all of these different resources.
Thank you, Christine and Lauren. Y'all did such a great job. There was so much information and y'all did it in such a concise way. Yes, in the NCTC app, if you don't have it already, you need it. If you're a student, if you're faculty, if you're staff, even if you're a prospective student, because there's a feature on there where you can still access the information without yet being an NCTC student. So thank you both for going over that great content. Again, we have a lot of great resources. And sometimes you may not know which resource you need, or who to contact for what. You can always start with any of the advisors or coaches on the Meet Your Advisor page. Ask, questions, find out what, maybe you're looking for, or maybe if you don't even know what questions to ask, but you just know you need help. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have it all figured out. That's what the advisors and coaches and the mentors are here to help you do. So we're going to have our final section here actually talking about moving forward and how to really get connected with your mentor and get these groups, thriving and supporting our students and, serving the purpose and intent that we want them to do. And as we're talking about how students can get connected, I just want to remind everybody, if you have any questions, 940-580-1687 is our text number. And the groups aren't just for students. to get involved. We have options for faculty and staff if they want to serve as a mentor for any of the groups. We have a lot of faculty and staff that are interested in serving in that capacity as well. So all you have to do is connect with, one of us in advising, and we can let you know how to serve as a mentor for one of the groups. So Sharice and Michael J. are going to talk about moving forward and next steps.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Well,
No.
can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good to go.
Okay, awesome. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties on things, but how to connect with us advisors or us mentors. A couple of things. You can email us, you can text us, you can call us, but you can also connect with us in the app as well. So there's a private messaging feature, and there's also, when you join the group, you can post on the wall. We are here to help in any way or shape or form that we possibly can. So just let us know how we can help. And with that being said, I will keep it short and sweet and pass it on to Sharice.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Michael J. In closing, we just want you to remember that the affinity groups, it's about celebrating who you are, for you to be seen, for you to be heard, for you to be connected, and for us to be able to help you with the challenges that you're facing. And with that, we want a reminder that this is a space, and we want you to be respectful. We want you to be positive. We want you to be encouraging. Let's be uplifting. Let's be supportive, and let's keep this a safe space for us all. When you get in a certain affinity group, you are self-identifying. You're saying that you have similar qualities to those people that are in your groups, and we don't want anyone pointing the finger at someone out for something. You wouldn't want to do that to someone, and you certainly wouldn't want anyone to do that to you. It's meant to be kind and respectful and uplifting and encouraging and positive. And remember too that when you're looking at an individual, or you're thinking about an individual, or you're seeing individual responses, remember that each of us are unique. And every one of us put something special in this world that wasn't there before. So you're special. The people that are in your groups are special. So let's treat them with respect. And remember that you are promising. It isn't where you came from. It's not even what you're going through. It's where you're going that counts. So let's stay positive. Let's stay respectful. And you know what I say? Let's stay NCTC strong.
Everyone's doing the silent applause because they're muted. Thank you, Sharice.
You're welcome.
I would say that she's doing that because she's paid by NCTC, because she is paid, but she would be saying it even if she wasn't paid by NCTC. Because that's who Sharice is, because she's our cheerleader. So she's a great representation of our whole group, and the whole purpose of not just advising and coaching, but the affinity groups overall. Because we truly do want to provide as many resources and support services as possible that are unique to our students' needs, because all of our students are unique. Just like Sharice was saying, everybody has a story. Everybody has a variety of experiences that have made them who they are, or are helping them become who they want to be. And so we want to be part of that and make sure that you realize your uniqueness and your experiences don't make you less than. They make you the person that you are, and we want to help you continue along that path, to reach the goals that you need to and want to make that better life for you, and for anyone else in your life that you're supporting and taking care of. So we really appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and hopefully watching this recording later on to get more information about the affinity groups and what we're offering. And again, 940-580-1687 is our advising text number, which is not just during this time, it's 365. So make sure that you're getting connected with advisors and mentors and checking out all the great resources on the Affinity Group webpage, as well as awareness, wellness, meet your advisor, student services, paying for college, and student life. And we're going to end with Daisy talking about student and organizations and how they are also, you know, a way to be connected and serve an additional purpose and provide community connections as well. Daisy?
I feel like you just wrapped it up, and I loved Sharice, like her statement. I was like, oh, we should have probably ended on that. So yeah, so if you go on the app, you'll see that there are 3 affinity groups that are student organizations, because student organizations is another way that you can get connected to a mentor and to create your own events and just to advocate, as well with all these lovely people that went before me. So yes, so Latino Leadership Council, Spectrum Alliance, which is the LGBTQ plus and allies group, and Black Student Union have been formed. So I will put the information on the description box as to when they meet and who to contact to get connected with that. And if you want to, once you start, you know, forming your groups here with other people that have similar backgrounds as you can also form a student organization as well. Just email me right now at studentlife@nctc.edu, add the app, follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, but we don't follow you back, don't worry. Yeah, so life at NCTC, y'all.
There you go, Daisy. That's the best ender right there. Life at NCTC, y'all. So, and we want to thank Daisy because she is the technical guru who makes all of these live stream events happen, and she keeps students connected and engaged through the app, through all the student life and student organizations activities. She has made everything go virtual, and she's connecting more students to opportunities than we even thought possible, you know, even when we were all on campus in person. So thanks to Daisy, and thanks to everyone here tonight and everyone who's been involved in all of these groups and building them and helping them grow. And we hope y'all have a great evening.